How's it going, everybody? It is MTG Mondays, and I'm back with another deck tech. This time I'm going to be going over my red-black devotion base deck. Almost a mono-black, but it's got a little splash of red in there. It's a standard deck that I've been working on for a little while now, and it's pretty fun. So I will go over it here. We've got 15 basic swamps, three blood crypts, and 4 of the Rakdos Guild Gates. These are supposed to be the Temple of Malice, but I actually haven't got my hands on any yet. So yeah. So these are supposed to be Temple of Malice, but Blood Crypts or Guild Gates work just fine. So then we're gonna go into the creatures. We've got 4 Pain Seers. I really like this card. Being able to play a early threat like this, and get the fact that you're going to draw a bunch of cards with it is pretty nice. The mana curve in this deck is pretty low. There's a few higher costing cards, but there's very few of them. So you're not too often you'll be hurting yourself for very much. You'll most likely be hitting yourself for 2 or 3. So we've got 4 Pain Seers, 4 Pack Rats, one of the better creatures in black right now, in my opinion. I mean, Bio Blight is a thing, but I still like Pack Rat. Mogis Marauder. I've been pleasantly surprised with this guy, actually. He can help push through that very last few bits of damage on decks that really don't play very much black. If I go up against another deck that has a bunch of black in it, he usually gets sided out for something else, but he's been pleasantly surprising. I only run 2 of those. He's pretty good, though. 2 Herald of Torment, just to get, in the air. A 3 for a 3/3 flyer is pretty nice. This might actually switch out to the new Feast guy, the Lord of the Feasts, the 3 for a 5/5 flyer. This might end up switching out for that, but I'm not entirely sure yet. 2 Desecration Demons, because that's all I have right now, but I still, 2 is not terrible. I don't rely on him too much, but when I get him out, it's pretty nice. Very good card. 4 Grey Merchants, just because I'm playing a lot of the creatures and permanents in this deck have a lot of black mana symbols, so that really helps. So I got 4 of them. 4 Rakdos Cacklers. These are just, we're moving into the multicolor now, so 4 Rakdos Cacklers, just a 1 for a 2/2, fairly nice. Who needs to block in in these days? 3 Night Veil Specters, because I only have 3, but three's not a bad place for it. I guess I could see myself running 4, but 3's pretty good. Yeah, being able to cast your opponent's stuff is pretty fun. I've played a lot against like a Boros Burn deck and a few others that actually have red in them, and just having the ability to have red myself has been really advantageous for me, because yeah, just being able to steal that kind of stuff. So I have a singular copy of Mogis God of Slaughter. I would move this up to more if I actually had more. I'd probably end up playing 2 max. He's actually pretty good. And here's why. I mean, his ability as it looks at the beginning, like just how it looks right here, it's not like super harsh. But when you're like constantly assaulting your opponent with these little 2/2s and stuff like that, you're constantly trying to push damage through. So 2 life becomes a big deal. And then if you get devoted, he's a big 7/4 beater, 7/5 beater. So I don't know. I really like Mogis. I'm also working on another deck with straight up Minotaurs and like super aggressive black-red deck that I will be going over in a little while here, that features Mogis. Even though he's not a Minotaur, he's a god, but he's a Minotaur god. The next creature I'm working with is Underworld Cerberus. 5 for a 6/6, can't be blocked by 3 or more, except by 3 or more creatures. Cards in graveyards can't be target spells or abilities, and when he dies, you exile him, and everybody returns all their creatures from their graveyard to their hand. This deck has a lot of creatures in it, so being able to get that back is pretty nice with this guy. And I don't have very much. I don't have any really graveyard recursion, now that I'm thinking about it, but sorry about the heater. So now that I think about it, I don't have any graveyard recursion. So this guy's pretty nice. So yeah, pretty much the top of my the top of my expenses is going to be 5. So the most you'll take from Painseer is going to be 5. Running 2 Thoughtseize, partially because I only have 2, but you know, this definitely should go up to 4 as soon as I get 4. But Thoughtseize is just amazing. So many people have said too much about that. So 4 Devour and Flesh. This was originally 2 Bioblights and then 2 Devour Flesh, just to kind of break it up a little, but I have since misplaced my Bioblights and cannot find them, so it's 4 Devour Flesh for right now. But yeah, Devour Flesh is very good. Gets rid of those pesky gods, or if they're active, gets rid of a whole bunch of stuff. And then for Underworld Connections, to get that card draw going, one of my favorite card drawing abilities of Standard right now, just because it's, I don't know, I love Phyrexian Arena type stuff. And the last card is 1 singular copy of Whip of Erebos. With the amount of creatures in this deck, having lifelink is extremely awesome. Being able to return those creatures to play and get extra value out of them is also amazing. And so I really like this card. So that is the deck in itself. Like I said, it's pretty fast. There's a lot of, I don't know, there's a lot of interactions that you can do with this deck that are just really fun. Being able to have a Painseer and, what is his name? Yep, blanked. So yeah, being able to have a Painseer and Pack Rat, being able to draw that extra card a turn, you're not actually losing a card per se, you're just losing a few life, and you're getting another Pack Rat, so that's pretty nice. So now we can go over my little sideboard that I have. It's not a very good one, but 3 Duress. I have 2 others in a deck, and I just didn't feel like taking them out. So 3 Duress, 2 Drown in Sorrow, 2 Night Howlers. If I feel like, you know, there's a bunch of creature removal and whatnot, I'll just bring this guy in. If I need some hasties, I will bring in Rakdos Shred Freak. Like, if I feel like I'm dealing myself too much damage, I'll end up taking out the Painseers and put these guys in. For the, like, mono, or the burn matchups, I usually try to throw these guys in place of Painseer, so I'm not dealing myself damage. Same thing with Spike Jester. If I can find a place for him, I'll usually put him in there. And then, one of my favorite big old dudes from Ravnica, Siren Sanity. This card is just gross. You get this thing down, and it's ridiculous what it does. So, I have 2 of those inside. Arguably can be cut to 1, but normally when I put this guy in, I'll usually try to get 2 copies in, and I will take out Mogis and Underworld Cerberus. So, anyways, that is the entire deck. Please tell me what you think in the comments below, guys. If you have any suggestions or thoughts on the deck, let me know, and I'll see you next time.